We are entering a new year. Are you excited? Do you have big goals you want to achieve? If yes, stay tuned to enhance the chances of having a successful year ahead. But before we begin, I would like to say this is JengaPod New Year Mission Series. Episode 1, I'm focusing on last year to understand what really happened. And to do that, let me give you key statistics on New Year's resolution and failure rates. Many people enthusiastically set New Year's resolution, often focusing on health, fitness, finances, career, or self-improvement. However, the majority do not stick with them long term. Here's a breakdown of reliable statistics from surveys and studies. Let's look at success rate. Only about 6 to 9% of people who make resolutions successfully keep them throughout the entire year. A 2023 Forbes Health survey found just 6% stick to their goals beyond the year. And multiple sources, including Ohio State University's Fisher College of Business Research, set around 9% full year success. And here's early abandonment rates. 23% quit by the end of the first week. 43% quit by the end of January or expect to quit by February. So the average resolution lasts about 3.74 months. Welcome again to JengaPod. If you're listening to this, congratulations. You made it to the end of the year. Some of us barely survived, but hey, we made it. And now we're starting a new year. We're about to start a new year. The season of new year, new me, new gym memberships, and people pretending they suddenly want to do new things that they never thought of. But let's be honest, most of us don't need a new version or a new version of ourselves. We need a more aware version of ourselves. In this episode, we are doing something different. We are not talking about goals. We are talking about why last year did not go the way you planned and how to fix the cracks before you start stacking blocks again. So this episode will cover 3 parts. Part 1 is going to look at consistency, our time usage, and confidence. Now let's begin with part 1, consistency. Here I would say consistency must be engineered. Let me start with a confession here. At the beginning of last year, I told myself, Godwin, you're going to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. You are entering your disciplined era. Day 1, I woke up at 5 a.m. Perfect. Day 2, 5:15. You could debate that. Day 3, almost 9, and I blamed the weather. Now, looking back, I have realized something. Consistency is not a personality trait. It's a system. You can plan to be consistent. You can want to be consistent. But unless you build systems that make consistency easy, you are relying on vibes and adrenaline. And guess what? Adrenaline expires faster than New Year's resolution. Psychology calls this the intention-action gap. It's the space between what you intend to do and what you actually do. For instance, you can intend to read more, you can intend to save money, you can intend to work on your business, to launch a startup, or get better at your career. But here's the truth, your environment, your habits, and your systems decide whether this happens. And here's the part that nobody tells you. The longer you stay away from a task, the heavier or the difficult that task gets. And it's not laziness. It's something called cognitive load. Now, in cognitive psychology, cognitive load is the total mental effort used in working memory to process information. So now your brain has to do these 3 things, all these things to get you back to doing what you were doing previously. First, it has to remember where you left off. It has to rebuild the momentum. It has to overcome the guilt of having not completed that task in the first place. And it has to restart from zero in some cases. So it's like trying to place a Jenga block with shaky hands. You are not just placing the block, you are fighting the wobble you created. So if you fell off last year, it's not because you are weak. It's because your system was not built for real consistency. That was all about consistency. Now let's look at part 2, your time usage. The illusion of time and our emotional regulation. Let's talk about time. The thought of there's plenty of time is actually the biggest scam of them all. Every year we tell ourselves, I still have time, I'll do it later. Then December arrives like, surprise! Remember those goals? The ones that you set at the beginning of last year? Probably not. Me neither. And this is called temporal discounting in psychology. The brain treats future time as cheap and abundant. But here's the truth. Time is a currency you cannot refund. Once you spend it, it's gone. And what about procrastination? It's not a time management issue. It's actually an emotional regulation issue. Let me give you a real example. Last year, I had a task or a goal of reading at least 5 to 10 pages of book every day. At first, I was very good. I was consistent. But after a few days, I kept avoiding it. Every day I would say, I'll do it after lunch. Then lunch came and I said, I'll do it after a nap. Then I woke up and said, I'll do it tomorrow because I need a fresh mind. But the truth was simple. The task made me feel bored. And avoiding it made me feel better in the moment. And that is what is called mood repair in psychology. Your brain chooses feel good now over win later. But every time you delay, the task becomes heavier or difficult. The emotions become louder, the barrier becomes higher. So you choosing to get back to that is actually a hard thing. So here's my recommendation. Some people say I work well under pressure. Well, then create internal pressure. Set deadlines that activate you. Deadlines that make you have no any other choice but to deliver the result. Be not here, your time is finite, and the thought of unlimited time is the enemy of progress. This I had to learn this year. So moving on to next year, hopefully I will treat my time very precious. Part 3 is confidence. And here I want you to know that confidence is actually a skill. It's not a personality trait. Lack of confidence is the silent killer of actions and dreams. You can be deserving of great things. You can be talented. You can be hardworking. But without confidence, you won't reach for what is yours. And there are 2 psychological principles that can help you to get that confidence back. Number 1, self-efficacy by Albert Bandura. This is your belief that you can execute a task. It's not arrogance. It's not ego. Just the belief that you can figure things out. Number 2, growth mindset by Carol Dweck. And this is the belief that ability grows with effort, or you get better with time by learning new things. So when you adopt these 2 mindsets, these are the things that you can do. You can take more risks. You can speak up more. You allow yourself to be seen, and you stop self-sabotaging. Now, let me tell you something from my own life. Reflecting back on my year, there are many opportunities that I could have spoken up in meetings. And it's not because I didn't know what I was doing or I was about to say, but because I didn't want to be wrong publicly. But here's what I've learned. You have to be brave to try new things. This new year, you have to be bold to try. You have to give yourself that boldness, that ability to try. People don't trust silent geniuses. They trust visible contributors. And confidence is not loudness. Confidence is permission. The permission that you give yourself to try. To close this, I'll give you a short summary of what we just spoke about. This year does not need a new version of you. It needs a more aware version of you. So ask yourself, was it my system that failed? Was it my emotional regulation? Was it my confidence? Now, fix the crack before you build higher. And here's your challenge for this episode. The JengaPod time autopsy. Look at your last 7 days. Find the hours lost to mood repair, scrolling, avoiding the task, or delaying to start a task. Reclaim just 5 of those hours this week. Stack them toward your mission, because a tower does not fall in one day. It falls one neglected block at a time, and a tower doesn't rise in one day either. It rises one intentional block at a time. So let's build intentionally this year. Let's start with purpose. Let's make this year the year that your tower stands very tall. Having said so, this is JengaPod, and I'm your host, Godwin Silayo. Let's get to work stacking one block at a time. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this one shapes your year. Thank you. Goodbye.